Guessing by the thumbnail title of the video, y'all can probably guess what we're gonna talk about today. And we're gonna talk about the Minecraft mob vote. I'm gonna give my opinion about it, and just the whole ordeal about this whole revolution thingy and stuff going on. So let's just jump straight into it. October, of course it's October. Minecraft Live is happening later this evening. And no, the mob vote is happening. It unites the community. No, we all gather together in October to talk about which mobs are good or which mobs are worse than the other ones. Because this year we don't really have any bad mobs. I'm just saying, the penguin, the armadillo, the crab, they all seem very useful. And that's where the problem begins. All the mobs are basically too good, which has led to this movement, this revolution to boycott the entire mob vote. Now listen out, I think that boycotting the entire vote is a bit far-fetched. You need to understand that this is our only voice the community has in a game. Most AAA games, especially the larger ones, don't really listen to the community, and I'm not saying that Mojang really listens to the community, but we do get this rare opportunity to change the future of the game, to tell what we want, and I believe that voice, the power of democracy, is very good. It's something a lot of game lacks, and I definitely think that we should keep that element in. So I'm not into like boycotting the mob vote. I'm just in for a drastic reformation of it. I think it should be reformed to something different. And what would that be? Well, I'm no magic magician. I don't know the answer to that. I'm also no game developer. But let's just say, give the guarantee that all 3 of the mobs will come into the game regardless. Gives a lot of certainty, and it certainly eliminates the need of like game changing features or necessary mobs, getting into the game, because all of the mobs will eventually get into the game. Sure, that's also right now, or at least they say they'll add the mobs in a later update. But that later update ain't happening anytime soon, buddy. We're all still waiting for the Iceologer, and we're all still waiting for the Hovering Inferno, aren't we? Well, we aren't anymore. We kinda just gave up on that. So, first of all, I think they should start with the guarantee that all 3 mobs will enter the game regardless. And maybe have us vote on different mechanics, or which mob will get added in first, or something else. Because having to lose 2 of the 3 mobs is just disappointing and sad, honestly. And I don't necessarily think it's the fault of the player, but rather of Mojang being lazy. If modders can add those mobs in within days, within hours after the trailers drops, then Mojang should have no problem adding all of the 3 mobs in over a longer period of time, that being half a year, that being a year, that being I don't know how long. But the point is, they're backed up by a multi-million-dollar company, that being Microsoft, and they still aren't able to add 3 mobs in. But rather let the community decide, and let it, in a way they're also killing the community with this. They're tearing it apart, because the people, for example, let's just say the crab wins the mob vote. The people who voted Armadillo and Penguin are gonna be very upset, and that will just create, that won't unify the community anymore, that will diverse it. And the only way we as a Minecraft community can stay strong is if we bond together, if we stay united, and if we ask for things, instead of arguing about it and making useless points here and there about which mob is better because you just like it. So I believe that we don't necessarily need to boycott it or cancel the mob vote. I just think it needs some reformation, but I do support the revolution. I do think it's a good idea that add all of them or add none of them. Regardless of that, I still think you should vote. You should too. Because it's the only voice we have, so make use of democracy while it lasts. Otherwise it will turn into, Minecraft will turn into some sort of crazy diktat like Notch did. Not saying Notch's development was bad, as it sparked less controversy than now. But that's a story for a different video. Right now let's just get back to the mob vote. So let's just talk about it. Armadillo, crab, and the penguin. You're all probably wondering what I'm gonna vote for. And I'm gonna vote for the armadillo. In fact, I have already voted for it. A lot of people are probably disappointed by me, saying the crab is better or the penguin. The armadillo is probably some ugly brick block, you might be saying. And that's correct. But I'm not necessarily doing it for the armadillo. Yes, I like armadillos, I think they're cool animals. And I also, I also like the blocky look in the game. That's an unpopular opinion. I think wolf armor, dog armor, that's just the main factor behind the armadillo. But the problem with that is, Captain Sparkle said this as well, if I believe. I don't think wolf armor should be some sort of DLC expansion pack we need to vote in. Dog armor should just be added into the game regardless of... it shouldn't be tied to a mob vote, that's the whole point. And I'm a big fan of wolf armor, I've been waiting for it for ages. So I'm definitely taking this chance to vote for the armadillo, but it seems like the crab is leading. Which, I understand it. I know placing blocks further away has its benefits. But first of all, you can just walk to it. You can just walk to the place and place some blocks. Don't need to be lazy. The only real benefit I can see it having if you're placing blocks from upwards or downwards, because you don't have to jump down, which can save some fall damage and stuff. Like, if you were to place blocks over there or up on top of the globe, I would just say to just go to it, just go there and place it. It shouldn't be that hard, it shouldn't be a lot of effort to just walk up to it and place the blocks like this. And also, I also fear of it being used in griefing, because it's a very powerful tool for griefers. They could just stand over there, out of range of being hurt, spam some TNT, maybe flint and steel will work with it as well. So I'm very against griefing. I don't necessarily, I really don't like it, and yeah, I just want to prevent it as much as possible. So that's why I'm not voting for the crab, because I don't really see the use in the claw. And speaking frankly, I also don't really like crabs, but that's subjective. You can like crabs, crab rave and all that sort of stuff. That's good for you. I accept that, but I don't have anything with it. I think armadillos are cooler, and of course penguins. Penguins are very cute. Let's be honest. We all love penguins. But let's be honest with me. Do you use boats? I don't think so, buddy. I think you all use this fine little item over here, a thing called an elytra. Yes, it can be useful for early game, but once you get an elytra, what's the point of using a boat with a penguin? You're always gonna use your elytra because it's just more versatile, it's more easy. I just don't see the point in the penguin just giving a nice little speed boost with a boat. The only thing I can see a penguin being useful for is for nether highways. If the speed boost works on ice boats, then you can really travel at the speed of light. That would actually be very fun to see. And I'm open-minded for that. I'm basically open-minded for the entire mob vote. If the crab comes into the game, I'm fine with it. If the armadillo comes into the game, I will be very happy with it, especially with the dog armor and stuff. If the penguin comes into the game, yeah, sure, why not? It could be interesting. The mob itself isn't really that useful, but it's a penguin, and everyone loves penguins. Let's be honest. And another cool feature about the penguin, the armadillo has it as well. The crab doesn't really have it, in my opinion, because I really enjoy mobs that have like interaction with the player. If you scare the armadillo, it will roll into a little ball. If the penguin is a bit clumsy on land, and maybe it will even help you. Like in the trailer, you can see the penguin returns the lamp, so maybe there will also be a little mechanic. And the crab just waves a bit, but it waves its claw like an NPC, and I think if you take that claw, I'm afraid you have put the poor beast down. So, then you don't really have much use for the crab, because it doesn't have a claw to wave with. So, I really enjoy the armadillo and penguin because of that interaction with the player mechanic. I think that's unique, and I think that should be added to a lot more mobs. So yeah, I'm voting for the armadillo, and let me know what you guys are voting for. If you guys are with the revolution. I am with the revolution. I even made my own little Minecraft propaganda post. I didn't really put a lot of effort into it. But yeah, as someone who's interested in history and propaganda and all that sort of stuff, this is honestly very cool to see. Just don't take it too far, guys. We're all friends here at the end of the day. We all love our blocky placing game. No matter if you play survival, if you're a creative nerd, if you're speedrunning the game, if you're a redstone engineer, or if you're a command block nerd. At the end of the day, we all play our lovely blocky game. So, if you enjoyed this kind of messy video, feel free to subscribe, like, and share this. And I hopefully will be seeing you all in the next one. Ouch.